Hi, welcome back to Game Room Crafts. I'm Kelly. This is my game room. Let's play. Today, we're going to be doing something a little different for this channel. Something new, something different. So I got this wood, it's called a layered wood cutout from the Dollar Tree, believe it or not. So I paid $1.25 for this. It's a rose. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my satin black Craft Smart acrylic paint, and I'm going to paint the outside, the outline of the rose in black. When we're done with that, we're going to be taking I think we're doing Hay Clear. We're going to be using our Hay Clear 1-to-1 epoxy resin, which was really cool. I bought that as a 2-gallon set, and it came with a bunch of mica powders and like 18 alcohol inks and mixing cups and stirring sticks and all that good stuff. Yeah, and it was at a very reasonable price. Now, I tried it. You know me, I'm a bond crafter girl. I stick with them because of the low odor. I don't like the odor. Odor is not good for me. So I usually stick with them. But I saw the price on this, and I saw that it was a beginner set that came with all these extras. And I was like, let's give it a shot. So I did. And guess what? I like it. There is no harsh chemical smells. And it works really well as far as clarity and work time and all that. I'd say it's very comparable to the Bond Crafter. So there you go. I will do whatever economically works best for me. So in this case today, we're going to be using the Hay Clear, and I'm going to paint the outside, the outline of the rose in black. Now, I've done this before where you can, if you wanted to, take your heat gun, heat it up to loosen the glue bond between the two layers of wood, and you would just have the outside, just the rose part, not the wood part. And what you could do is put that on some plastic and make it look like a stained glass window if you wanted to. Now, I'm not going to do that today, but it is something that we may do at a later date.
Keep it in mind, people.
Keep it in mind, people. So now I'm going to put on gloves because I'm messy. Normally, I don't put on gloves when I'm doing paint just because, but it is quite a large piece, which means it will probably move and I will probably move, and then I'll get paint on me and then I'll be mad. So we're just going to put on some gloves and preempt that problem. Okay, so I'm just using an old brush. I can't even remember what I used this brush for. And I'm just doing the outside. Can you hear your dog going crazy out there with his treats button?
Yes, I can.
Okay, just checking. So I like to peruse my Dollar Tree and see what I can find to use for my projects, because molds are fine, molds are good, but every once in a while you want to do something different. So for us, this is different. I mean, technically this is a mold, but it's not silicone, and we're going to keep it the way it is. There will be no demolding. So I'm going to have the kid, I'm going to very carefully see, look, I put black on the inside. What do I do? What do I do? I can't take it out because it's wood.
Guess you gotta paint the whole thing then.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, the red will cover. Maybe I don't paint it. Maybe I just, if the red, goes over and there's a little black in there, it'll just give it a little bit of texture, almost.
If you want to take the lazy route, I'm kidding. I'm so kidding.
Uh-huh.
I'm kidding.
Uh-huh. Actually, I think the lazy route would be to paint the whole thing black, which I've done before.
Well, fine then. Don't do it.
Oh my. I've done it before and it came out really cool. But for this particular one, I wasn't trying to do that. I'm trying not to do that. Okay, I'm going to have the kid fast forward while I do the rest of this, and we'll be back shortly. we're back. And this here is, well, I did 2 pumps of the A and B. I mean, 2 pumps of A, 2 pumps of B of the Hey Clear 1-to-1. It's roughly, I would say maybe 15 to 20. So this here is just red craft sand that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. I put it in my own container because it's easier to pour this way. And I'm just going to use a stick, pour it in, and give us a mix. We're looking for a paste. I don't want to see a clear layer of resin on top. So I'm pouring it in, mixing it up, let it sit for a while and see. And I think I'm going to need more because I can already see there's a clear layer of resin on top. So I'm going to add more. Believe it or not, this is a old creamer bottle that I just cleaned out and poured my sand into. It makes it easier to store than the bags because the bags were not zip topped. Okay, that's good. See that? It's a thick paste. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. How shall we scoop it in, kid?
Very carefully.
Oh, really? I was thinking recklessly and dangerously.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Really? Let's try my little scraper stick because it's silicone. Plus it has a point, so if I need to get it into these little points here, I can. So I'm just going to scoop it in. Now, I'm not minding too much if it goes over and it touches the side because I intend to give it a flood coat when it's all set because I want the whole thing to be shiny because I like the shiny. I know, I'm weird. Kid likes the mix of matte and shiny, which you like the mix of matte and shiny, right? But I like the shiny. I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna, depends on how it looks. I'm either gonna flood coat it or maybe just do the simplest thing is to make a little resin, dip your finger in it, and just rub it over the parts that are not as shiny as you want it to be or as sealed as you want it to be. I have a feeling I'm not gonna have enough for this piece. See, I was going by the size of the last piece that I did like this, and that one definitely needed just as much as I just made. The 2 pumps of A, 2 pumps of B. But I have a feeling, because this one's a little bigger, there are bigger areas like this one. These 2 are actually kind of big too, that I'm probably going to need more, which is okay. I don't mind. It's just clear and sand. And I want to note that I did not put my resin through the bubble machine. There was no reason because when you're adding the sand, that's basically just adding bubbles. Idea being I'll scoop it in and then like go back with my finger and flatten everything down. I mean, I'm trying, but I know I can do better. So if I go back with my finger and just give it a tap, I'll make sure that I get it down because remember, this is 2 slices of wood sandwiched together. I want to make sure that my mixture is down in there good, not just floating on the top all the way to the corner there. Okay, kid, quick, fast forward. So what we're going to do is we're going to let this set up. As chunky as it is, it's thin. If it was thicker, it would set faster. I'm going to give it a couple hours, let it set up, and then when I come back, I'm going to just pour my resin over the top, just like that. And I'll bring you back for that step. See you soon. Okay, we're back, and this has, it's not completely cured, but it has solidified to the point that I can touch it and I'm not sticking. So what I have here is about 20 milliliters of the Hey Clear 1-to-1, and I'm just giving it a zhuzh, getting it nice and mixed. And what we're going to do is we're just going to pour it over the top. I suppose if you had top coat, you could use that. I have one type of resin. Well, a couple of different brands, but you know, I stick with the 1-to-1 epoxy resin because for me, I've been using it for just about everything. Now, of course, that leaves me at a disadvantage if I'm doing like a deep pour because I have to pour and then stop and then let it kind of cure up a bit before I can pour the second layer. You know, I have to pour it in layers and then you can kind of see the layers. So yeah, it's a thing. So normally I would stick this in the bubble machine. Should I? What do you think, kid?
Is it enough to warrant that though?
Maybe a little bit. Okay, I'll stick it in for a little bit and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. And this has had its trip through the debubbler. I also added some crushed crystal because, as the kid says, why not? So we're going to just pour it over the top. Let's start in the center and see what we see. I don't know if this is enough, if this is too much. We'll find out. Well, I think I got enough sparkle in there. By the way, this is not how you should do it. I am impatient. So
What?
yeah, oh yeah.
My mom?
Seriously.
Impatient.
Your mother. She's the most impatient. You see the level of sarcasm? Now, I don't know that I have enough resin. I only did 20 milliliters. And this is quite a wide make. So, and the idea here is to get it all the way to the edge and stop and not get any fish eyes along the way. So that's what I'm trying to do. Started in the center and pulled it out towards the edge. Now I could have and possibly should have taped the bottom, but I kind of didn't care because the intention is once it's all said and done, I'm going to paint the back. So yeah, I did things a little backwards and difficult. Welcome to my world. That's how I do things, backwards and difficult. Right up to the edge and stop. Try not to let it drip over. If it drips over, oh well. Like I said, I'm planning on painting the back anyway. Or about covering the wood, and if I can get it even, an even coverage so it's not bumpy lumpy, that'd be awesome. I do have more. I should probably have used my scribe to get it to the edge, but again, I never do things the way you're supposed to do. I don't know. Kind of don't have the patience for that, but that's really how you should be doing it.
You don't have the patience for something?
Using my scribe to move the resin out to the edge. You really should though. You get less fish eyes that way. I should have brought the Lazy Susan in from outside, but I usually leave it outside because I use it when I'm painting. Okay, what do you think, kid?
What's that?
Can you see if I have any empty spots that don't have resin or don't have crushed crystal? Because yes, there was resin.
Like, I think there.
So right here.
Mm-hmm. Like there.
On the black or on the red?
Red.
Okay. Yeah, you can get down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And the one further that way.
This way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think?
Pretty flower.
I'm even. Everything good?
I think so, mostly. Like, there's a little bit of texture to it, but it doesn't look like there's anything that's, like, actually missing.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'm going to get rid of this and my scrappies, which is neat because I don't normally do clear scrappies, but these aren't just clear. These are clear with crushed crystal, so. All right. So, I'm going to keep an eye on this for a little bit. Watch if any bubbles come up because it could. It could happen. And I'm going to leave it alone until tomorrow. Let it cure overnight. But I am going to cover it because on the last one I did not cover it. And when we woke up in the morning,
Disaster struck.
Well, not disaster, but there was undesired fuzziness. Unfortunately, when you have a dog, you may be gone and he may be gone, but his hair remains. I think we're good. Yeah. Like she said, there's a couple of places that has texture, but there's actually nothing I can do about that because that's from the original sand pour. So once again, we're going to leave it alone. We're going to cover it up and we will see you back tomorrow when I show you what we're going to do with this beautiful flower. See you in a bit. Bye. And we're back and we're going to pull this up and see what we got. Oh, it fell over.
Uh-oh.
Yep, it fell over and stuck to my tent. So, word to the wise, watch that. Look at that. It fell over and my resin slid to the side and stuck to the tent. So, Well, I'm just going to try trimming it off. I think this is okay. Not bad, not bad. Let's see if I can get this part off right here. And I'm guessing I should have waited just a little bit longer before tenting it, because what it did, it tilted and then slammed into the side of the tent. What I will do is retouch that in the black, and once it's dry, I'll probably just drop a little bit of resin right on top of that spot. But come see, the rest of it is... I could probably do a whole second coat, because there is some of the raised sand parts.
And also,
yeah, that part has to be fixed. But in the meantime, while I'm out here, before I do that, while I have this stuff out, I'll just go ahead and fix this part.
Run away, because I'm scared.
And then I take my eye screw, find the hole. I like to use the forceps when I'm putting in my eye screws, because then I can just use the bigger parts with my finger and release it, and it's done. And then when we are done doing our second coat, which I will do, then we will hang it. And I'm just going to hang it off of a ornament cord like that. So that's what it would look like. But I'm going to go ahead and give it that second coat, because I messed up. And you can see, if you turn it, I don't know if you can see from the camera, but if you turn it sideways, some of the sand is still poking through that resin layer. I'm going to go ahead and give it a second layer, and we should be good after that. And that will fill in our little spot there. But I'm going to cover that in black, since I ruined it.
Because it's special like that.
I'll just take my Posca pen and come in right where I sanded it or cut it back and recolor that black. That's good. Okay, so I'm going to mix up some resin and I'll be right back. I don't know, what do you think, kid? Do I need to get more? I didn't put a lot this time.
Like here.
So I need to make up more then.
Oh. Like it's not too severe, but
Probably. Okay, come tell me.
much better.
Much? Not missing anything?
I don't think so. Nothing that makes me go, oh, that's a problem, at least. Because that's kind of what happened before, where I noticed almost immediately.
Right.
No, it's almost huge.
Thank you. Okay. Ta-da! I think it's done. We leave it alone, and we'll come back in several hours and make sure that it is where it's supposed to be. And, you know, not stuck to the tent. That was just dumb. All right. We'll see you back shortly.
A few hours later.
Okay. And she's done. And I think she's beautiful. Just a simple wood cutout from the Dollar Tree. Literally, I paid $1.25. Painted the outline in black. Red sand, also from the Dollar Tree, with my Hey Claire resin. And these ornament hangers I've had around for years now. I don't make a lot of ornaments, but when I do, I want them to be easy to hang. So there you have it. That rose is all done. And by the way, I also did a butterfly. You can see that on our chart. Thank you for joining us here in the game room. I had fun and I tried something new. I hope you had fun watching us too. Come see us again next week. I'm not sure what we're going to do, but whatever it is, we will endeavor to make it fun. In the meantime, don't forget to play. See you soon. Bye-bye.